two issues there, Ms. Chase. I believe that, and I've said this often, that illegal is illegal. Illegal aliens are a major issue in this county, and as sheriff, I would tackle the problem head on. Let me be clear, I would not stop a carload of minorities just for the sake that they're minorities. And I would not arrest anybody just because of the color of their skin. However, if we arrested anybody, it would be processed in the same manner, and upon the arrest, upon an authorized arrest, we would determine at that time whether they're legal or illegal. If they're illegal, I would process those individuals, and with the ICE, people that are trained in ICE, to just eliminate that problem with those individuals per se. I would not just accept the fact that ICE has processed them on their own. I want to guarantee that those individuals aren't able to be released and then go out and conduct an additional crime similar to the one last November where an alien was released and he continued on and raped an 8-year-old child. It's unacceptable in this county. In order to determine how difficult or how vast our program is, we first have to quantify the number of illegal aliens we have. I would set up a program where we can record the number of illegal aliens, process that, and follow that trend on a monthly basis, and depending on how large the program is, then go back and establish additional personnel to that program. As far as gang matters is concerned, gangs are not allowed in Loudoun County. I would be hell on gangs in Loudoun County, quite frankly. Not allowed. I can't condone gang work. Gangs are also involved in illegal drug activity. Gangs are also involved with illegal aliens. The gang task force that we have now in Loudoun County does nothing but identify gang members. They do nothing proactive. I would be proactive on the gangs. I would develop information, hopefully to present to the Commonwealth attorney that we can prosecute the gangs and rid the county of both gangs and illegal aliens.
Thank you, criminal gangs.
I tell them all to go to the state of Maryland. Well, the National Drug Threat Survey has said that there's 500 gang members in Loudoun County. 500, mostly MS-13. However, there is a report out that says that there's a large increase in the Russian mafia in Frederick County, Maryland, who are operating in Baltimore and New Jersey, and some are using Loudoun County as a place of refuge. Now, currently, our gang task force, which I was informed, doesn't have a Spanish-speaking officer on the gang task force, much less a Russian-speaking person. So you have to first incorporate that knowledge into your gang task force. One is, do we have a Russian problem? Do we have a Hispanic problem? And is the problem associated with drugs? Well, currently, in most states, and I'll just use Texas as an example, 50% of people that are incarcerated for drug use, gang violence, and murder are in there as foreign nationals. That means they don't even belong in our country. It costs us $1.3 billion a year just to house the foreign nationals that are in our country committing crimes. So I came up with a policy. Instead of putting people in jail for minor crimes that don't belong in our country anyway, instead of sitting in jail on an ICE detainer for up to 180 days to 9 months, and then we'll release them back out in the community. And once they commit 3 or 4 minor crimes, they move off to bigger and better things. I ask that they submit to voluntary deportation under the supervision of the Loudoun County Sheriff's Department. Voluntary deportation is a legal term. It's used in immigration cases all the time. So anybody can voluntarily deport themselves. They get their country of choosing, we escort them to the plane. For less than $100, they can get a one-way flight to Mexico City. Now, that's one of my plans. There's many of them, but knowing knowing what's going on is the key factor of what's happening in Loudoun County. Thank you very much.
Well, the first thing I'd do would be to get more people trained in 287G, and those would be people that are basically at the jails. Every person that's arrested would be that's processed at the jails would then be checked through the ICE systems to make sure that they're not illegals. That's the first thing that we do. The second thing is, you know, we don't want to get involved in too heavy of a cost with this. As far as training everybody, because if you want to train everybody that's with the Loudoun County Sheriff's Office to handle the immigration problem, it's going to take you about 22 years to train all 535 or so deputies that we have. So that's not a realistic thing to do. So what we want to do is train some of the people at the jails, the people that process the prisoners. Then I'm going to work with ICE on the rapid repat program and work with the Commonwealth Attorney on this on ICE. ICE already has this program. It's been in existence since 2007. There are several states that actually use this program. And what they do is they determine, based on the people that are in jail, who are the nonviolent offenders and who can be sent back to their countries of origin. In doing that, the expense of sending these people back to their countries of origin falls on ICE. The processing, the holding, and so forth of the prisoners falls on ICE. Does not fall on Loudoun County taxpayers. So that's what I would do to work with ICE, secure communities, and the rapid repat program. As far as the gang units go, it's my understanding that the gang suppression unit is no longer in existence or has been disbanded to work simply street crimes. The first thing I would do, if that's the case, is to reinstate the gang suppression unit. Then I would actually develop a special investigative unit that focuses on document fraud, drug trafficking, street violence, and other crimes that are associated with gangs, so that we can be proactive and try to go after these gang members before something happens. If you look at the arrest of Farouk Ahmed, who was going to blow up the metro train stations, it was the work that was done proactively in advance that was able to get Farouk Ahmed before he actually committed the crime. And I think when we're in times of lulls with gang activity, we want to make sure that we're doing everything we can to investigate each and every one of the gang members that we've identified and everything that has to do with them, so that we can actually be proactive and be ready for them when something happens, or be ready to take them off before something happens.
Thank you very much. Mr.